have to talk too much. It doesn't have to be too long.
Yeah.
I just have a couple things that I do want to talk about. And since we don't talk about music a lot recently,
Yeah.
uh, I want to talk about the Pusha T album, man.
Okay.
Have
I heard it.
you listened to it? What are your
Yeah.
thoughts?
Yeah, I layan like I don't have like much things to say about it, but in terms of a project, I liked it.
Did you listen to his the Daytona album, the album his last
Yeah,
album?
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
if you compare the two,
Uh
which do you think is more like potent
in
and
in terms of potency, maybe Daytona lah.
right,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's like in terms of potency, I think I don't know, maybe in Daytona there was this some sense of sharpness to
Right,
him
right.
in terms maybe in terms of his form, like
Yeah,
like players like they have forms, right? I think in Daytona he was on a different form. He was sharper and he was ready to go sort of thing lah. I don't know why. Maybe it's like the this one. How many tracks on this one?
12.
Okay lah, the one
That was 7. Yeah.
more. That was seven more concise project. Yeah. If you ask me, I like Daytona more.
Cause when I was listening to it, um, I think the first maybe like 6 songs
Ah,
were like I was like, oh, let's go, okay,
mm, mm.
fire, 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 and then the second half of the album kid, and I was like, ah, this don't really, it's not the same
Is it
energy.
in terms of his raps? In like
No, I mean the raps were
what? Yeah, that means you're talking about the production lah.
yeah, the raps were okay.
Mm.
Like okay, I mean, I think the first maybe 6 songs were like production is amazing, rapping is amazing, and then after that it kind of became like production is kind of okay, rapping also kind of okay only, like, you know what I mean? It's like
Like you wish that he probably made more album more padat in terms of
no, I mean 12 songs is not a long album.
it's definitely
Not
not
a
a long
long
album lah.
album, but
It's actually like a perfect amount because
yeah,
sometimes seven you might feel like they could
too
have gone
little.
more.
Yeah, it's too little,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like, yeah,
it's too little.
that's how I
Correct.
felt with Daytona. I was like,
Same.
fucker, you could
Because
have
it was
got
so
more.
yeah, because it was so good that you want
Yeah,
more,
it's so
but
dense,
you
right?
get that dense. Yeah, that's the word lah. The dense punya feeling.
Yeah, and also because like this album was produced by Kanye and it was 6 Pharrell beats, 6 Kanye beats, right?
Right, right.
And
So that
then
was this. So
go
that
ahead.
was this thing lah, like
Yeah, I'm not saying which beats were better.
which is better. Yeah, that's
Both of them had great beats
correct, correct.
on the album, but I felt like after 6 songs, I kind of got it lost me a little bit, and then maybe I think the last song was I think the last song was really good.
Yes, yes. Jump,
The,
jump.
the one with his brother and Labyrinth. Pray for my enemies.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That shit was fire. But like the 3 4 songs before that, I'm like, okay lah, it's not bad. It's just like, but the thing is because the first 6 to me are like, oh shit,
So, yeah,
like
it's always like that lah.
like dreaming of the past. Those songs are like dreaming of the past,
Living with the past.
Smokers Shine the Coops, like just so you remember. Those songs are like, oh
Yeah,
shit,
correct, correct.
man, like that's crazy. But then that's so what
Then
I
the
was
next, yeah,
like.
and then
I
the
like,
next six.
yeah, I like Call My Bluff. That was cool. But like other than that, Rock and Roll with Kikadi was like okay,
Yeah, it was fine lah. Yeah, correct.
you know what I mean? And it's not that's so what I was thinking about was like it's not like it was bad, you know. It's just you set
It's just
the
not
bar.
as
Ah,
yeah.
your bar went too high in the first few songs, and then you kind of dipped to like okay, which is
You know,
like,
maybe he could have combated this. Maybe he didn't have a problem with this. Just as listeners, that we might have felt the dip in
yeah,
terms
yeah,
of
yeah,
quality, even though it's not a big dip, but you
yeah.
can feel it, right? Maybe if they would have like rearranged the track list in terms of
Mixing it in like the
mixing it in like that power and then like not
correct.
so
Okay,
and then
okay,
power, yeah.
correct. You're right. Like if you
Because
didn't
all are good tracks, but sometimes you need to place them, position them in a different
correct.
manner.
So if he
Yeah,
didn't have such a strong 6 in the beginning, I wouldn't
yeah.
have said
Then
it.
you wouldn't feel the lapse
Yeah,
in
if he
quality of the
was
next six.
if he spaced it out with just like, oh, this is amazing, this is like, okay, this is amazing, then I would have maybe said, oh, yeah,
At least you would have felt more excited to listen to the next track.
is the next track gonna be fire? Like, what's gonna
Yeah,
happen? You know what I
correct,
mean?
correct,
Like,
correct.
when I was listening to the second half, I was like,
Like you
okay.
can't wait to go back and listen to the first, the first half,
Like the track with Uzi and Don Toliver is like,
Yeah,
it doesn't belong on the
strip it
album.
off.
It doesn't belong on the album to me. It's
Correct,
like,
correct.
why are you doing this? What's this? Like, are you trying to get a hit? Like, what's happening? Like, it was weird. Like, it's not a bad song. It's just like, in the context of the album, it's like,
Correct.
this is not Dreaming of the Past. This is not those songs. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but I think in terms of just purely his rapping, lah,
That one, no question, bro.
is no question. And I think he's top fucking tier, lah. Like,
Yeah.
he opened his mouth and it's just like, alright, fam. Like, you know what I mean?
It's too easy for him, I think, lah.
When I heard Neck and Wrist, obviously when it came out before the album, I heard it. And when I heard it again in the context of the album, I was just like, that song, bro. I mean, you were here, we listened to the song together. Like, oh my god, dude, it's crazy. A lot of highlights for me from Pharrell and Kanye also, like Kanye doing "Dreaming of the Past," and then next song
Yeah.
is Pharrell doing "Neck and Wrist," and then it's him doing this and him doing that.
That's why the first six is so quiet,
Yeah.
It's just they're just stacking,
They just back to and Pusha talked about it. He was like, he would go to a session with Kanye, make whatever he make, come back to Pharrell and be like, oh, this is what I made with Kanye, and then Pharrell be like, man, that ain't shit. Watch this, and then like he'll make some shit, and then like, which is crazy. Like to have that access, right? Your two producers are Kanye and Pharrell. That's crazy.
I don't think you can go wrong though.
You can't go wrong. There's no again.
You can't go wrong, and you're bringing the other person's stuff, and you're like, that's what he made. So what are you gonna do?
What you gonna do? And they're like, okay,
Yeah,
fine, fuck it.
It's an ego thing, but it's a positive kind of ego fight.
It's good
Because
competition.
you're gonna end up getting you're gonna end as if for Pusha T is like, I don't care, you're like competing because I'm gonna come off the studio with just great music with me.
Exactly.
So fuck that shit. Yeah.
It's very.
I'm gonna keep taunting you guys,
Yeah, it's healthy competition. Like, yo, I
Yeah.
just made this with Ye. So what now, Pharrell?
So
oh fuck.
what
Okay,
you do-
fuck.
what-
I gotta
okay.
make some shit that's like.
Yeah, it'll be the same thing also.
Yeah.
Yeah, like okay.
Oh,
so
yo,
Pharrell
yeah, I made this. Yeah.
So okay, let's rework on this then.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I
Confirm macam power gila.
none of it is bad. None of it is
Correct.
bad. I would maybe say scrape it off is a little bad, lah.
The only one like
why
kind of could have been taken off lah, but
yeah, it's like, why did you do this kind of thing? But other than that, it's not
Yeah.
bad. It's just like it could have been more.
it's almost like that he made it to get like an easy hit lah.
It feels like he tried. He tried a thing.
Yeah.
Put Don Toliver on the chorus.
Put Don Toliver, yeah.
Put Uzi on the.
Lil Uzi, yeah.
Like, okay, try a thing, like, but
More mainstream punya appeal there.
other
Yeah.
than that, like, nothing is bad. It's just, I mean, it shows the level he's at, lah, right? Like
Correct.
that I'm looking at songs like Rock and Roll and I'm like, this is okay, but I mean, if
Padahal,
somebody-
padahal on a different
it would have
for
been
a different artist, it would be like,
oh shit,
yeah,
this guy made this
is
song.
huge.
Like,
Correct.
it
It's
shows,
only because it's Pharrell,
yeah,
I
it
mean,
shows
sorry,
the
it's for
level.
Pusha.
lah. It shows the level, lah, like that he's at, right?
Yeah.
But I thought it was dope. And I think I really appreciate Pusha because apart from scrape it off, like
Yeah.
he really like don't give a fuck. This is what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna get. Pusha been talking about selling coke for 20 years,
20 years, bro.
and he's been
No,
saying something different for 20 years.
yeah, I was even like driving back home also. I was thinking that how much like anytime Pusha T releases a song, right? The most common thing you can listen, like you can hear people say from YouTube, right? Oh, Pusha's
Oh, talk
been
about cocaine.
Pusha can rap about cocaine for the next 20 years, and I'll still
Still, yeah.
like he always find something new to say about
Correct.
that world lah.
It's crazy.
It's his world.
I see those comments on
He
YouTube.
can only
Like,
he can say how like can explain it as vividly
yeah,
as possible, you know.
I saw a comment on YouTube when he dropped Neck and Wrist, but they were like, if Pusha T thinks that I'm gonna listen to another album full of coke raps, he's damn right.
He's damn right. Yeah. I saw something similar to that also.
He's damn
But that's
right.
the thing, like almost like he already attained that level that I can put out another album, similar subject matter, but I have enough skill set to
Make it fresh.
make it fresh. That's right. I can talk about a different perspective
Yeah.
in that same world. I have so much perspective left to talk about.
And it feels like
Because
it's
you're never bored, you know. You're never bored of
and
whatever he's trying to say.
and
You
it
know?
feels like he's just getting deeper and deeper into
Yeah,
the
that's the
thing.
thing.
Like it's
It's
not
always
like
something new to think about.
you know we talk about Drake and we're like, oh, fucker just keeps doing the same thing. But because it sounds the same, you know, he's saying the
Correct.
same
He's saying the
kind of
same
things.
thing. He's just switching the words only, whatever
Correct.
lah. Different
Correct.
songs, obviously there'll be different words,
Yeah.
but subject matter summer.
And the sound is the same.
His perspective is the same. His sound is the same.
Yeah.
Pusha T, the subject matter is okay. It's cocaine, but he's
The
dealing cocaine.
sound will
But
change.
the sound is changing. The perspective is changing, and
The wordplay is different. He'll find a new way.
his wordplay is of course can't compare.
Oh my
Drake,
god, we
whatever,
selling
yeah.
white. We selling snow out here. Call it white privilege, like shit like that.
Yeah.
Like nobody has said what he said. No, that's what
Correct.
is the most
He
interesting.
got so much things to say about
one thing.
that one thing. That's
Which is-
it's like so amazing though.
Yeah, it's like okay, I'm gonna talk about this iPhone for 20 years, but I'm gonna talk about this shit in 50 different
It's
ways for the next 20 years.
Just that specific iPhone now.
Yeah, and I'm gonna talk about it for in 50 different ways. You're not gonna find a bar that's like similar.
And I'm gonna sell records.
And I'm gonna sell.
I'm gonna get views. I'm gonna get a lot of clicks out of this.
Went number one
It's
on
crazy.
Billboard. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was his first number one album ever lah. You know what I mean? It's dope lah. Like,
He legendary status, man.
yeah, it's
Living legend.
when I listen to, and also a lot of the time I wanted to bring this up, like on this album, his delivery just seems so like nonchalant, like he laughing at you, know, he laughing at you. Why the money counter ding is so exciting.
That's the thing, like, That's what I mean. But, like, it's too easy for him. It's too easy.
And this like villain character that he's, I don't know if you saw the trailer that he put out before the album, which is the Joker.
It's the Joker one, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I watched it. Yeah.
Exactly the Joker, and he has the laugh.
Yeah. Correct.
You're
Correct.
Like, you laugh that shit in the
Yeah.
thing, right? And he plays that role so fucking well, bro. Like it's like he's been this Batman 5 already now. Like, and he's been the Joker for the past 5 movies, and he's just getting deeper and deeper and deeper into this hole. And it's so, he creates an atmosphere, and this album specifically, I feel like the way he's rapping is like he nothing to prove, no. He's laughing at everybody, you know. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, you were saying that he's like nonchalant about these things, right? How his rhyme scheme and all that stuff, and how he delivers it. It's because he doesn't think that anybody can challenge him. You know?
Yeah.
He doesn't have to like prove anything.
You're hollering top 5. I only see top me. He said it. Like,
That's the thing. Like, nobody can say what I'm trying to say. Nobody's going to take my spot away. Only I can talk about this matter. as cool, as powerful as only I can do it, lah.
He doesn't need to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
he does. He does. He feels like he doesn't need to prove himself, lah. Obviously, there's people in his category: Freddie Gibbs, Benny the Butcher.
Yeah, yeah,
These
yeah.
guys who do that, right? But those guys still feel like, oh, you still like trying, you doing all this
Correct.
shit.
They have to prove a point, sort of
Correct.
thing,
They have
lah.
a chip on their
They,
shoulder,
they're,
like
they are the challengers, lah, and
correct.
really good challengers, lah.
Very good.
Really,
Fucking amazing.
really strong contenders for that spot.
Love those guys. But when this
Yeah, of
dude
course.
raps, it's like, okay, this the guy. Lah. This the
Correct.
guy that can do this and will do this forever. And I also love the mix of things. If you go on his Instagram before he dropped the album and shit, he just posting like his kid. He posts his wife. He's just chilling, like whatever. I saw a clip of him. They did like a album launch kind of thing, right? And
Okay.
he's on stage with his wife. So when he says things like, "I flew your bitch to Cuba just for the thrill of it, and I ain't go just to show what you should have did," his wife is beside him rapping those lyrics, like, and it's so dope to me. It's like, this fucker actually got a kid. His kid is probably somewhere there, like, but he's still doing this, and it's so dope to me, lah. Like,
Yeah.
it's the same. It's the same to me. So what I feel is like, this guy. Okay, I think Pusha hasn't had a classic album other than Clips. Clips, that one is obviously
Yeah.
Hell Has No Fury, Lord Willing, that's classic albums. But by
Yeah.
himself, he has not had a classic album. But he reminds me of Jay-Z a lot. Like, this guy who's able to have like super minimal production and capture your attention just by words.
Yeah.
And have you laughing at lines when he did just so you remember that song. He starts off with, "You much as Zayn flexing, you cramping." Like, that's such a it's a funny line. Like, he's able to say things that, like, a lot of times I listen to a lot of rappers, and because I'm a rapper myself, I kind of look at it like, would I have thought of that?
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, if it's
Yeah.
a line where I feel like, oh, I might have eventually got to
It-
that.
like this is something that I could have said.
I
Like,
could have said.
it's still in my
Realm,
range.
like, yeah, it's
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
It's there. Or maybe I haven't said it yet, but yeah, okay, I could
Yeah,
have thought of that.
yeah. Some other day I could have come up with this.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
His shit and Jay's shit is like, okay, I would never have thought of saying that.
Yeah, that's where the appreciation comes, though. Like, like truly, like, okay, this person is like way better in what I'm trying to do. Like those sort of things.
And I think, like, with rap music, that's the distinguishing factor, right? Like, when somebody says something, I mean, when I say rap music, because to me, rap and hip hop are different. Hip hop is the package, production, the whole thing. Rap music to me is just, I'm focusing on what the fuck you're saying, right? So for me,
Correct.
with rap music, the defining factor is, did you say something that I'm like, wow, how the fuck did you think of saying that?
How did you form that
Sentence.
sentence? How
Yeah.
did you put in words and
Yeah.
form something?
I was talking to my colleagues. We were out the other day drinking, and I was talking to my colleagues, and I was talking about this Kendrick. I don't know if you've seen this BET cipher. I think it was 2013 or whatever. TTA BET cipher, and in that, Kendrick freestyle over Mobb Deep's "Shook Ones."
Okay.
And there's a line where he goes, "I'm all Pappy Mason and Pastor Mason, pacing back and forth, spacing my thoughts and I'm racing Dayton's." And I was telling my friends about that line. Of course, I don't want to explain too much about the meaning, but just the rhyme scheme itself. I'm all Pappy
Yeah.
Mason and Pastor Mason, pacing back and forth, spacing my thoughts and I'm racing Dayton's. There's so many rhymes within that one line.
Within. Yeah.
And it's not just that, it got meaning also.
Yeah.
Got double entendre, got all that shit in that, right? When I
Yeah.
hear that kind of shit, to me, it's like, bro, how the fuck, bro? Like, how the fuck did you
Yeah.
think of doing that? Like, especially since it was a cipher and he was just like, I mean, I'm sure he wrote it before lah, but still, in that context, when you're watching that and you just watch him do that, you're like, hey,
Yeah.
what? Like, you know what I mean? And I think
Yeah,
Pusha,
yeah.
Pusha obviously is one of those guys lah that he'll say things that I'm like, come on, dude. Like, what? And Pusha is also super disrespectful. Like, the stuff he says is super. You and your bitch, income combining. I'm selling Lorraine Schwartz diamond mining. Like, he just shitted on people for like sharing money
Yeah.
with your girl to like,
Yeah, the spouse, you know. Yeah.
you know, it's like
I love it. I love it when they're disrespectful, man.
I love it too, bro.
I look forward to it.
Yeah,
I
I'm
want
like,
them to
oh, let's go.
I get the kick out of that when a
Same.
rapper becomes disrespectful towards like whoever his contemporary or whatever.
Yeah,
lah.
yeah.
That's
Fuck.
my kick, lah. That's what I listen
I'm
to
like,
sometimes,
oh,
you know.
like,
Yeah,
let's go.
I get
Like,
so pumped. That's the semangat though.
I think that's why, like, I think on Daytona, like, if the games we play on Daytona is like, I mean, I think it's top 5 rap songs in the last 20 years probably. Like, the way he was rapping on that was just like so disrespectful, so many bars.
As I say, he was on a different form, lah.
Correct, you're right. That album was, oh my god, dude. Also maybe,
Yeah, I think, almost like I don't know, lah. It felt like a sequel, lah. This one like felt like a sequel.
it did.
It's almost like, yeah, I don't know why. Maybe in terms of the project new mood, the art style of
Yeah.
all the covers and all that. Like,
Yeah.
maybe he intended it to be like sort of like a sequel, but
Yeah.
you know lah.
I mean, because if you think about his album before that, which was I think Darkest Before Dawn, which had a few good songs on it, but as a
Darkest
project,
Before Dawn, yes.
but as a project, it was like, okay, it's not really that great lah.
Yeah.
Daytona, I mean, again, okay, so I guess my question is, not question lah, I guess my observation is like, sometimes when you decide like to condense your work and say, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna do 7 songs, right? You probably gonna put more into each song because you only got 7. Actually, 12 is not even a lot. So 10, I would say I've come to the conclusion that 10 songs is like the perfect album.
Alright, same.
That 10 songs, because I feel like if you give yourself that limit, right? I mean, versus like people who do double albums and stuff like that or whatever. I mean, you can, if you have the ability, you can. Biggie did double albums, Tupac did double albums, worked because they had the
Today I
ability.
saw one picture. Apparently,
Kendrick.
Kendrick album pun double.
I mean,
Crazy.
Kendrick's album name itself, it sounds so dope, dude.
What is it?
Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. So apparently the
It's
double
kinda
album
crazy,
is
man.
one side will be Mr. Morale, like Mr. Nice Guy, and then the second part be the Big Steppers.
Is
like,
the
you know,
disrespectful
aggressive one lah. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, okay, I feel like, I feel Kendrick can hold a double album. A lot of people can't hold.
He can lah. Come
I
on.
mean, Drake did a double album.
I don't think. Nah. Drake got boring as fuck.
Drake did Scorpion was a double album, and it's like, fam, halfway through the first side
Damn.
itself, I'm
No
like,
one. Yeah, it's so long and like,
and it's not
and
he's enough.
he's not that skilled of a rapper.
Correct. So if the
Correct.
first side of the album you're saying the same thing already for most of the songs, I'm already bored. Then you go to the second side. Oh yeah, this is the R&B side. Okay, cool. I go 2 songs in and I'm like, okay, I know lah. You're gonna say the same thing the entire
Correct.
thing lah.
Correct.
You know?
He didn't have to go there lah.
And I feel like as artists, a lot of people have to realize you condense it, then you have less time, right? And you will be more potent because you're like, fuck, I only got 10 songs.
Because now you're forced to like
Correct.
put out only the best.
I only got 10 songs to get my point across. So let me make sure
If
every
you
song
have, like,
is...
correct. Yeah, you literally have to pick. Okay, this is the one that makes it to the final cut.
Or
Out of the
even...
20 tracks, then this is the best.
Yeah,
10.
or even I feel like if you listen to Daytona, I feel like there are songs on there that I think they probably merged songs. So if you have 20 songs, right? and then you're like, but I like this little part from this song. Okay, fuck
Correct.
it, let's put it here and try
Try
to make it
to
work.
yeah.
I like my verse from that song. Okay, let's try and make it work here.
Squeeze it here, yeah.
And it makes it more dense. That's why we said dense, right? Like it makes it
Yeah,
more
like there's a beat switch and all that stuff.
like on Daytona, that song Centria, where
Centria.
fuck, bro, that song is crazy, dude. Like,
Yeah, I love that song. I love that
it's
song. I just remembered that song.
crazy, bro. Like the
Yeah.
way the beat switch and the Spanish shit and it was so
Yeah. Okay,
that
okay,
was
okay,
that
yes,
was
yes,
almost
yes,
like
yes.
an album in
Yeah.
itself. Just that one song, you know what I mean? Like it feels
Yeah,
like
I think that's the thing with the Daytona punya album. You feel macam even like that whole phase lah, that Kanye punya 7-track punya phase.
face, yeah.
Daytona and
Kissy Ghost.
Kitsy Ghost, right? Is dense as fuck.
Fucking
It's
dense,
rich.
bro.
It's rich. They sound rich. They sound expensive as shit.
Yep.
They're shiny and
That's why I was disappointed with Ye because I'm like,
yeah, Ye
Ye
production,
wasn't-
and I was quite disappointed because
yeah. There's a couple of songs
why-
which is like, oh, nice, but like
yeah, but they don't compare to Daytona and Kitsy
Kissy
Ghost.
Ghost, yeah. Even
You-
Tiana
you
Taylor's
listen-
punya album pun.
Even Tiana Taylor, I can appreciate the production a little bit. I
It
can
was
feel
mixed damn badly lah.
it was mixed damn badly, but I can the stripped down from the production. I
Yeah.
kind of rely on, but this two is to stand up.
Yeah.
Kitsy Ghost and Daytona. I felt like even if there are 7 tracks, right, you listen and you get satisfaction of listening to like a
full album.
super long because the production is
Yeah.
so varied, you know.
Correct.
They range from mana though, like
Yeah.
all you can even like the Kitsy Ghost. There's like some track like they sound like this pirate kind of sound.
Yeah.
Like from anything, but they just work, and I think that's like the hip hop punya magic. They can fuse this thing and
Correct.
really
I mean,
make
with
things work
sampling
out.
and with
sampling,
different
the
stuff,
whole
right?
sampling punya art, and
The mood
you can make it work lah.
Yeah. I think
It's not easy to make it work. You need geniuses to be behind to make it work.
Correct.
But obviously, Pusha had that access lah.
Obviously, yeah. That's the
Yeah.
that's the other thing lah. The Fleur has access to his two best friends are
Yeah, his kawan-kawan all legend,
arguably
bro.
the two
They're
best
not-
producers ever to exist. So, like,
So you don't need to fucking worry lah about his music.
That's why he- no,
he's
that's why
taken
he-
care of, man.
he always says like, I just worry about the bars and picking the beats. I'll pick the beats, but like
Yeah,
I'm
he just
worried
have to like
about-
think about like, okay, what can I ride on? What can I sit on? And
Yeah.
let these guys come up with like the best beats they could lah. Obviously, they're gonna come up with
Yeah.
great stuff only.
Zoom just gave me a 10-minute warning.
Okay.
So if you want, we literally close and then come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna have to come back. Yeah.
Because I do wanna I mean, yeah, with the short albums and stuff. I was listening to Lil Durk's album,
Okay.
7220, which came out like 2-3 weeks ago. La. And
Lil Durk,
I really like Lil Durk. It was, I think, 19 songs, or 19 or 20 songs. If he kept it at 10, it would have been a fucking. It would have been.
No, that's the thing. A lot of these long albums, right? You tend to get much worn down by the
Glimpses.
end of. You can actually, there's a great album somewhere there.
Yes.
You just have to.
If you had just kept these and left
Yeah.
those others off, it would have been fine. But I guess
The others you really desperate gila nak release pun. Release
No,
lah macam
no,
singles
but-
ke whatever lah.
But they are. I mean, why they do it is for.
It's because they
streams
have like.
lah. It's
Yeah,
for
of course
streams,
lah.
you know what I
They
mean?
want
Like,
people to stay on the album longer ma.
Yeah,
They want
it's
people
more
to keep playing their
streams.
stuff. Yeah.
But to me,
That's
it's like,
that's the business punya effect though.
nah. But if you ask me, if you do a 7-song album that's super fire, and I'm gonna keep going back,
The replay, yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about. Kitsy Ghost and Daytona, the replay value I'm getting
correct.
is like
Because when I listen to the Lil Durk album, I'm like, okay, I like these like maybe 6 or 7 songs, and I might add them to my playlist. But that's all I'm not coming back to the album to go and
yeah.
listen to the
These
whole
two
thing.
album, Push Up punya album semua. I'm not skipping the tracks.
Yeah,
I put them on. I'm going on a drive. I'm listening to them completely.
Even
Coming
though I
back, I'm
said-
listening back. You know,
even though I say I don't really like the second half of the album, it's actually good.
it's good. It's
I'll
really
play it. I'll
good.
play it.
You're just disappointed because, wow, this could have been better. Like,
It's went from here to like here. It's not even that
yeah,
far, no. Like,
the
but I was like,
disappointment is coming
like,
because you know it can be better.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
all.
as bad.
It's not
Yeah.
bad at all. Like, minus scrape it off.
It's just that, oh shit, it could have been better lah. Like,
Yeah, that's all.
because these guys are capable of that.
Yeah. To me, that's like a thing that like I wish a lot more artists did that. I don't want long albums, bro. Like
Same
anymore.
lah.
Sometimes I I was listening to Nas Illmatic like
Okay.
last week, and even then I was listening and I'm like, oh shit, New York State, fuck, fire. I love this song. I know I love this song. But then by the time I hear the third verse, I'm like, actually, why the fuck is there this third verse, bro? Like,
It's the-
you could have ended there, like, you know what I mean?
It's
Like,
the different zaman lah. The
that
different
time it was
zaman is,
different, lah. You know what I mean? I mean, you talk about Wu-Tang and they had like fucking 95 verses on one song, right? Like, but I'm listening to it. I'm
It's
like,
always when they go the third verse and you macam, okay, the song
okay,
should
that's
be
another
ending
one.
right now, you know?
That's another
You
one.
know?
Like,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Unless the third
Correct,
verse
yeah.
is the dope one.
Is the yeah.
Is the dope. Then I don't mind. Like, okay, I'm getting to the. You
Was-
building
was-
me up to the.
was Kanye punya gorgeous macam tu kan?
Yes. 3 verses plus Raekwon's verse at the end. There's four
Yeah, yeah,
verses.
yeah.
But actually Raekwon's
But-
verse is fire.
It's fire, yeah.
I just
That song's fire, yeah.
that whole song is fire lah. But if I listen
Yeah.
to it now, I'd be like, maybe Kanye could have cut
You
his
know-
second verse. I didn't really like the second verse.
If Kanye did that now, probably he would have
thrown one verse.
thrown it. Yeah.
Yeah. Throw on, put Raekwon a little bit earlier.
Earlier.
Do some shit like that, right? Like,
It wouldn't change the mood much, one.
Yeah.
It'll be probably more better. Like
yeah,
now when you listen to it, right?
yeah.
It's a maximalist punya album, so he went all
yeah,
out.
correct. That's true though. That's true.
It's the
That-
maximalist album. Everything is there in the album.
That's the crazy thing when he went from that to Jesus. Did he go from that to Jesus? Yeah, he went
Yeah,
from that to Jesus,
correct lah,
right?
correct.
He went from
Correct.
maximalist to minimalist, like,
Correct.
which is why people were like, what is this?
Very
Like-
minimalist tapi yang industrial punya sound.
Correct, yeah, and he's not really
Yeah.
rapping like he used
No,
to, whatever.
very it's only from that album you can already sense that Kanye macam started to rap less.
I don't give a fuck already. Let me just
Yeah,
like
correct.
it's-
That's why whenever he rap and you're like, oh, Kanye is actually like rapping,
he did
you know?
fuck, like like, you
yeah,
know?
yeah, because you
Also-
don't get that nowadays.
Also, yeah, Kanye had what 2 verses on "It's Almost Dry." Both were not good.
Yeah, that's why
I didn't want it. I didn't
want.
want it.
It's so rare already. Kanye rap.
I didn't want it. The couple songs that he was on when he came on, I'm like, okay, fuck. I didn't want it. I'm like, fuck, we could have done without this.
It's a novelty.
Like
Now
dreaming
Kanye's
of
on it too,
dreaming
yeah.
of the past. I think Kanye did well on the hook. I got many, yeah. I like that. When he started rapping, I'm like, fuck, I don't need you rapping like this, bro. Like, talk about,
Yeah.
when the dad's not at home, then the family's in danger. Yeah, you know, all of his verses now, I feel like he's just referencing his situation with Kim and the family,
Yeah.
which obviously is his reality now, and that's what he wants to
yeah
talk
lah.
about.
You expect it lah, but
But
it's
it's
not
like-
as interesting maybe. You know?
Yeah, it's like we see it, bro. Like I see
yeah,
it on
yeah.
social media
It's
or whatever.
So, it's
like-
so exposed today. Like
yeah,
that's why that's why Pusha punya verse are interesting because the cocaine life is like not so exposed from his
You don't know
perspective.
what's
So when-
going on.
You can only understand it from his music. Just.
it's like you watching Goodfellas or Godfather, right? It's like, oh shit.
Yeah, I don't know the world. I
This-
only knew it from the movies.
Correct.
You know?
This world is like
Yeah.
you watch Scarface and you're like, what the fuck? There's
It's
people-
so hidden and kept in dark.
yeah.
Only
yeah.
through the movies and music you like
And
understand
Pusha
their lives.
says it. Pusha says it. He says like, you know, he admits that not 100% of what he says is 100% real. He says that it's mostly like experiences he's had, and then he's just taking it, and then maybe he might augment it a little bit. And he was like, "I'm Scorsese. I'm just making a Scorsese movie with every album. Like nobody asked Scorsese if hey fucker, you really know about this shit, why you made this movie
Nobody,
about
you,
this?
you don't need to know if it's accurate to life or not.
No, is Robert De Niro really a gangster? No, is Marlon Brando really the god? Nobody asks what. Like, you know what I mean? It's like y'all playing this. It's real.
Every rap,
It's rooted in something real, but how they present it
yeah,
is
it's he's telling a story. He's putting up a character,
because if he
and
just went, oh yeah, me, I just went soul coke, yeah,
no, I think
you
it's
know,
important though. It's important if you step into a different character,
yeah,
then only your story is different. You
yeah,
okay? This album, I'm gonna rap from a perspective of a businessman.
yeah,
Macam okay, Tyler and okay, Igor is this macam breakup album.
correct.
He's putting up this character, Igor punya character. Totally different sound. Baru he can explore the different sound as
Same as
Igor.
Kendrick, right? There's Kung Fu Kenny. There's
Kung Fu Kenny, okay, you know he's gonna rap in a different
different
manner. He's gonna
way.
be more angry, more agitated type of
Yeah,
character.
now it's like Oklahoma, and we don't know what we're gonna get, but
I
I'm
don't
pretty
know
sure something
what's gonna
different,
happen.
right?
Yeah,
Like,
I think it's important. I think Kendrick is someone who understands that also.
if you,
Macam,
I mean, if you
he needs
think
to
about
put
it,
on these things to rap differently.
Good Kid, Mad
Fresh.
City was different from To Pimp a Butterfly, was different from
Correct.
Damn, was different from I'm sure what we're gonna get next. Like,
Soon, yeah.
it's different, what? Like, and I think that's what keeps it interesting. As even as a creative, even as someone who's making music, right? Like right now, I'm trying to work on my next album, and anytime I make something that kind of sounds like my first album, which hasn't come out yet, I'm sorry guys, but it'll come out soon, I promise. But anytime I make something that remotely sounds like the first album, I get annoyed. I'm like, no, fuck. It sounds like if it sounds like it can fit on that first album, I don't want it. I want to try and like I was telling my girl the other day, like I'm facing a little bit of a struggle. I'm trying to find something new, and I told her, I'm like, fuck, I'm making beats, and I'm like, fuck, something happened. I need something to happen. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it will come to me eventually, but I'm like, fuck, I need something to happen where it's like, fuck, I don't want to make the same thing again and again, lah. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Correct.
and that is,
I think
like,
in terms of macam listeners pun, it keeps them engaged lah. Like because you
I think
macam
there's a,
suddenly you're curious really, like what is this character
I think there's a,
supposed to say?
I think there's a duality there. Sometimes, most of the time, I think listeners want the one thing from you. That's why you get those.
Yeah. Those
I miss the old
memang ada
Kendrick.
listeners macam
I
tu.
miss. That's why we get the. Oh, I miss the old Kanye lah. I miss the old this person. I miss the old that person.
Correct.
And sometimes listeners, they don't like you going too far. I think even with Yeezus, I think the Kanye fans were like, what the fuck?
You tend to get that lah. I think like when it comes to artists and listeners or viewers or audience or whatever, they must give the artist that space to
Grow.
explore.
Yeah,
You cannot expect them to do the same thing for you, because if you want the same thing, listen to that.
Go and listen.
He's
to
already
that.
made.
Go and listen
yeah,
to
he's
College
already
Dropout lah. Don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's already made that already. If you want to like, hey, keep doing that shit again and again, one, I don't think he serves you.
Yes.
You want to listen to what the artist does. That's the artist punya job.
Yeah.
If Kanye wants to put out College Dropouts again and again and again and again and again, that's up to him.
Yeah.
You macam as audience shouldn't expect that from him, because it kind of kills the artist at that moment.
Because
the artists are there to explore. You have to let them explore, you know.
Because I also think that like I want to know where the artist is at in their life.
Correct.
So for me also, it's like my next album. I mean, I made my first album when I was in that state. Now I'm in kind of a different state. Now I want my music to kind of reflect this different state. And when I listen to music also, it's like when I listen to the new Kendrick that's coming out, I want to know where he's at. Where are you at now? When I listen to Good Kid, Mad City, okay, I get it. You were in that space. When I listen to Me a Butterfly, oh, okay, you in this space. Damn, okay, you in this space. I want to know what you're kind of going through in your life and what is the soundtrack of that? I don't want you to make 10 Good Kid, Mad Cities because I'll get bored.
Yeah. And I do, and macam as an artist, I think Kendrick macam he understood that he has to do it. He has to macam put up different
Yeah, no, and I think he himself
characters, and he understands that he has to macam talk about his
current
his
situation.
space, yes, his mind state at that moment. He has to put that into it.
And
Baru
I-
he feels belonging to the
And-
project.
Yeah, correct. I think he's. If you watch his, he has an interview with Rick Rubin, which is a really great watch. Please watch it if you have the time. It's GQ.
I've seen it.
Yeah, fucking amazing, right? And he talks about how when he makes his albums, 80% of it is premeditation. Like he thinks about it for 80% of the time before he actually goes to the studio and actually makes anything. He already thought about it. Okay, I feel like my life is like this now. I'm gonna say this, and after that, later, 20% only is just executing. Okay, come, we go and execute this thing. And I think
Planning is the most important.
yeah, it's for me also. It's like, right, I want to make the next album. What am I gonna? What is there to say, right? Like Jay always talks about, like, people asked him after 444 and after Everything Is Love, like, when's your next album? He was like, when the next time I have something to say lah.
Correct.
If I have nothing to say, then I'm not gonna say anything.
That's why whenever an artist says that, oh, it's album mode, right? I hope they take it seriously. Like, it's not like macam, oh, I'm gonna put out a new album, so it's album mode. No, I hope that you are talking about, I'm gonna talk about this new thing
I mean,
that's going on in my life.
I think, but that's the fucking problem with the way the system works now, right? Like, if you're a new, I mean, yes, we can say Kendrick, I mean, they are established. Kendrick was here before social media and all this kind of shit, right?
Kendrick can take 5-6 years not doing anything, and then when he drops, it's gonna be number one.
Out,
yeah,
it's gonna
straight.
be,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
But artists that come up now, your crutch is people say you gotta keep putting stuff out.
Yeah, we're coming back to the thing lah. The business is like that.
Yeah,
Nah.
if you
Especially
put up,
for new upcoming people, you know.
if I put up my first album and it hits, right, I need to come back again.
Correct.
Soon, you know.
Correct,
like,
because you're talking about how when there's a third verse coming in, you're like already macam,
like,
why is this still going on, right?
Yeah.
So now that Kavi puts on an album, okay, hit, people
I like
dengar.
it. But
Now next is what? And there's another guy already waiting
to drop
with
another
his
album.
stuff,
Correct.
and suddenly he's the new guy, and
now
Kavi
I'm like, fuck, I gotta.
Kavi drops one level down, another guy comes in lower. So you have to
I'm like, fuck, I gotta come back.
constantly they refresh their page.
Yeah.
Your song comes on. Your new song. You know.
You have to. And I don't know.
You have
if
to
you know,
saturate though.
I don't know if you know, but like the reason why Pusha T's album Daytona is called Daytona was because he said for the first time in his career he felt like he had a fan base for his own and he was able to take the time. Daytona is actually a Rolex. He named it after the Rolex. And I think he has a line, right? On Games You Play, they tweet about the length I made him wait. What the fuck you expect when a matcha got a cape and he's great? Like, you have to earn your time, you know. So if I put one album out now and it's fire, they're gonna ask for another one. Again, there might be another guy who come in between. So I gotta put another one quick. I have to do 2-3 quick, and then I will earn the time to be like, oh, okay, I earned it already. I have a fan base. I have this all. Okay, I can chill.
You gotta keep them busy. You gotta put out enough material and busy for the audience to listen to your songs.
Yeah.
And while you get to make your next big thing lah.
Yeah, and you put out shit back to back to back, and you hope that they fall in love with you enough.
Alright, and
they're willing to wait.
Yeah,
they're
willing to like spend time on your older tracks.
Yeah,
digest it while you go and make your.
I want a new Kayczar album, but they will wait. You know what I mean?
That is also important, no, to sort of keep them waiting.
That's the thing. That's the fucking.
That's
dilemma.
also important for that. Yeah.
That's the fucking.
It's also
dilemma.
important for that. You know.
It's
Yeah,
like,
I understand.
Okay,
yeah.
Do I do I even just taking it smaller to like fucking Instagram? When the MCO first happened, I did 5 freestyles in a row for 5 weeks straight, and I can tell
Correct.
you honestly, the first freestyle was like everybody was like, oh, comments, shares, blah blah blah. Second one was like, third one was less, fourth one was less, the fifth one was less, because I did it 5 weeks straight, and then that's why I stopped, because I'm like, by the
Because they
fifth
know,
one, like nobody
they know
like,
like this guy is just gonna keep putting at it. So
okay
you know
lah,
the
nice lah, like,
the excitement
correct.
drops for
That's why
some reason, right?
after damn long when I dropped the freestyle last week, I got some shit. People were like,
People,
oh,
people's
fuck.
like,
Like,
oh,
yeah, this guy, yo,
yeah, like,
oh,
oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I forgot about this dude. Yeah, he's
You
fire.
know?
Like,
Yeah,
if I did another one in 3 days, it would have been like, whatever. Okay, we know lah.
correct,
You know?
correct.
Like,
There's
so,
almost there's no waiting for them. He's
so,
just gonna put out things, and I can anytime go check it out.
so
But you gotta make them wait.
that's the thing, is the dilemma, right? Do I keep putting things out to be relevant, or do I
I don't want to keep putting.
and then I won't
Correct.
be
I don't want to.
relevant?
I
Like,
don't.
how?
I want to
Like,
put things out. I want to put things out consistently to stay relevant. But I also don't want them to feel like I'm bombarding them
you're
and
just
them.
there, yeah.
Yeah, them getting bored of my shit.
Yeah.
Nothing new about this guy. Yeah, he keeps putting out.
It's all fire
every
lah.
day.
Yeah, it's all fire
Yeah.
lah.
Biasa lah. Cool lah. That's when you know, macam okay.
Yeah, that's why, like,
You know?
because like after when I did those 5 freestyles, and then I took a break, and then I did like 6 and 7, like a couple, 1 month later, whatever. And then like now, maybe like recently, maybe like last month or whatever, and I posted back just all my freestyles, just be like, guys, I did this. I think you saw that probably, like, oh, by the way, like, if you haven't checked this out, then I get the, oh fuck, oh this is dope, oh this is dope, oh this is dope. I'm like, fucker, at that time y'all never said anything, but now when I remind y'all, it's like, oh yeah, like, it's a weird dilemma, because, and I think that's what social media and like Spotify and the fact that we have access to music and even movies, I feel, or shows.
It's just that you're saturated with other stuff also.
Yeah,
so
it's
weird
too much.
because it's so many people putting out. Okay, you putting freestyle, right?
Yeah.
Somebody look at you, dia pun nak buat freestyle juga.
Yeah.
Then there's a lot of thing coming up, and now you're macam trying to compete with them.
Yeah.
There's so many factors to think about, and honestly, right, it just makes you depressed though.
It's yeah, honestly, for me, that's how I felt like when I was doing that shit during the MCO. I thought like, okay, everybody's sitting down. That's my thought process was, okay, everybody's sitting down, everybody's at home. This is the best time for me to whack. Let me just whack. Every week I'm gonna do one.
Yeah.
And I'm not like just half-assing this shit. You know, I'm
Correct.
I'm really like writing. I'm really like making beats. I'm freestyling over other people's beats, whatever the fuck it is. But actually, no. The first 5 I did were all my own beats. Like, I'm making these beats, I'm writing these things, I'm fucking sitting here rehearsing the freestyle before I do it. Which, by the way, just let me take this opportunity to say, all my freestyles are not pre-recorded. Like, whatever you hear is me doing this on the mic, and
Yeah.
that's what comes out. So like,
Yeah.
I did all of that, and then it's like, yes, it's depressing, because like after a while it's like, oh, y'all don't give a fuck. But it's not that they don't give a fuck, it's just like, oh, here comes another Kayczar freestyle lah, confirm fire lah, cool lah, whatever lah, like, you know.
Also, macam it's hard for the artist to be hard on themselves, but the algorithm is also like that.
Yeah.
You tend to get lost, you know.
Yeah.
People, there's so many shit people follow.
They won't see.
Your stuff don't come up, you know. That's how it is.
You're right. And it's tough because I know that of all the times that I've kind of not posted anything for like 2 months, and then I drop something, it always ends up going well. And then I always think like, oh, I gotta keep the momentum up and do more. Then when I do more, the stuff that I do more doesn't do well, and I'm like, fuck.
Like I say, when like we released Jingy Gang,
yeah,
and okay lah, we didn't have like the biggest promotional or whatever lah, but you can see me posting.
yeah,
probably people in my circle, they
Yeah.
know, okay, there's this project. So Kavi knows, Amirul knows, whatever. La. The other day I was listening, I was like in my friend's car, you were like, they're parking and all that. I told him his name is Ganesh. We call him Gan. Like, Gan, you know that, have you heard like the album that my team released tonight? He was like, no. I was like, oh, okay. Like we did these 4 songs and all that. So he never heard one of it. So I'm like, how the fuck, bro? You're like in my circle. I share my stuff and I share
All the
people
time.
post I post pun, and still you tak dapat that message means there's some disconnect, you know.
Yo, that's
It's
the thing.
crazy, you know.
That's the thing because like my
Yeah.
my quarrel with a lot of my friends is like, how come y'all never see Malaysian music?
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
Like
okay,
you must be aware of it,
yeah,
right?
yeah. They're like, oh, I don't follow Surah One. I don't follow. Okay, I say, okay, fine, but I post it. Right? Like I post.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I
Like,
post
you're
when
aware.
Jiggy Gang drops. I post when this person drops. And they're like, well, sometimes I see, sometimes I don't see. And I'm like,
You know, it's not about them liking or not liking, you know. It's like
yeah,
we didn't even get the message.
Yeah, it's
Whoa,
like-
that's scary for me. Like, what
yeah.
the
So
fuck?
that's the most feedback I get from my friends who I tell them why y'all don't listen. They're like, oh, we don't see it. But I'm
Yeah,
but
that's
then
what like
in my head, but my kind of rebuttal is, so I had this conversation with a friend of mine and he was like, yeah, I don't see. I'm like, I was talking, this is a long time ago I was talking about Sona One's album with Alif, Detail, which is a
Okay.
really good album. And I was like, fuck, you never heard this, blah, blah, blah. He was like, no, I don't follow Sona One or Alif. I was like, okay, fine, but do you follow Ed Sheeran? He said, no. I said, but did you know when Ed Sheeran dropped his new album? He was like, yeah, recently he dropped a new album. I'm like, yeah, how did you know that?
yeah.
How did you, my
Betul,
rebuttal
though.
is that like, why do you know that Adele dropped a new album that, okay, you're talking about publications or whatever, maybe that's the case lah, but be honest, like,
But the thing that we're asking, the people we're asking, that the people are directly in the circle of us.
yeah, that's the thing.
Like,
Yeah, it's my friends.
like,
This is my boys.
yeah,
Like,
you are direct. I'm not like macam some outsider,
so
and I'm asking about the industry. I'm in the industry.
I've been
I post
posting
about the industry.
yeah.
I post about the industry, and you still tak dapat. That's crazy.
What disconnect is there? Are you not
Yeah.
clicking on the stuff that? So when I post Jiggy Gang, are you just not clicking on it because it says Jiggy Gang? Like you're like
Yeah, like,
what is it? Yeah, how come you know when the Justin Bieber album drop? You know when the of course.
Yeah,
it's on the radio.
You listen to the songs pun.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I know he released it. Yeah, I know he released it. Yeah,
Correct,
I'm aware
yeah.
that he dropped a new album.
That's what I was telling my friend because my friend is not the guy who likes Ed Sheeran or any of this shit. The fool just likes listening to like classical music and shit. The fool damn lame. But anyways, I'm like, you fucker, but you know though that Ed Sheeran dropped a new single. You know though, maybe you haven't heard it, but you know. How did you know? Do you follow them on Instagram? No. Then how the fuck did you know? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's a it's a very weird like space, bro, because especially I think, and I don't mean to diminish what you guys do, but especially when you make English music in Malaysia, you are in a fucking grey space, bro. Like, unless you Yuna or whoever, you are in a grey space, bro, because the people who listen to pop music, English music in Malaysia, right? They think Malaysian music is like, I don't want to listen to it. That is like most of my fight is that. Because I don't make music that's skewing to a certain language. I don't make music that's skewing to Tamil or Malay or whatever. I make generally mostly English music.
English, ada sikit-sikit Melayu.
Sikit-sikit Melayu, sikit-sikit
Tapi
Tamil.
predominantly
English. And we are the most in the grey area. We get a fucking show, the English Met 10 on hits at 4 p.m. on a Sunday that nobody gives a fuck about. That's all we
That's
get.
the thing lah. They don't prioritize lah.
That's all the fuck we get. And y'all play Ed Sheeran 10 times a day, the same fucking song.
Same. I will go in the morning to work or whatever. Okay lah, whatever lah. I malas to listen to my playlist. I on the radio to see what the fuck they're happening. The Ed Sheeran song. Say lah Ed Sheeran lah, whatever lah.
Whatever lah.
Okay, cool,
I love
whatever.
Ed Sheeran. Just.
Yeah, okay, cool. Listen, whatever. 8 hours of work, 9 hours of work, I come back home. On the radio,
Same
Ed
song.
Sheeran.
Machi,
Yeah.
it doesn't take that long. You fucking park your car, put petrol, and come back. They'll play the same song again.
Yeah, like okay, I get it's the popular track, like.
No,
And it's the it song that month or that week or whatever. But damn, son, you're like repeat macam gila
you
babi
see
lah.
why I'm saying it's a great area is because I know also of course with the Tamil stations and the Malay stations there's also politics.
100%,
I
yeah.
know that for sure. But at least y'all have a Tamil station that will play Tamil songs from Malaysia. It's
Correct.
there. You have a
Yeah.
Malay station that will play Era FM will play Keklik, will play whoever the fuck it is they will play. If you make Malaysian music, you're fighting with Kayczar is fighting with Drake and Ed Sheeran and Justin Bieber and Adele and Taylor Swift to get a spot on Hits FM, Mix FM, these places.
And then the most heartbreaking part is, say a common listener listens to you and then listens to whatever, like Adele,
Yeah.
you know, whatever. They'll talk about the quality
Yeah.
of the song without the context of what the artist is, what the artist in the backdrop, and how the artist is in terms of not range, their accessibility to the tools or whatever lah.
Yeah.
They don't have the context, so they make it everything equal. You can't do that though.
Quality to me does not mean how well the song is mixed. I will
Correct.
I will criticize big artists if their songs are mixed badly. 100%.
Correct.
Rihanna's last album was mixed terribly. I will say that 10,000 times because she's Rihanna. You could
Tapi-
have done this, but if you're talking about quality with everyone else, it's just about the creative aspect of it.
The common listeners, and they don't pick up these
Or
things.
this sounds like, and that's the reason why I actually, and I don't mean to say this to all the people who have said this to me. I've all the time, the comment that I get all the time is, oh, fuck bro, I didn't know you from Malaysia, bro. Your music sound not like Malaysian music. I hate it.
International, bro.
I hate it. Fuck you talking about my music don't sound Malaysian. The fuck? I'm Malaysian. Yes. Like, yeah, I made this.
Yeah, I'm Malaysian lah.
I made this on this mic. I recorded this on this mic. Like, in my bedroom.
What do you mean by Malaysian sound?
Yeah, so does that mean you think all Malaysian music just sounds trash or like
So
what?
so Malaysian music tak boleh improve ke?
Yeah. I hate it. Like people think
Yeah,
it's like,
it's weird, no? Like, oh, it doesn't sound Malaysian, bro. So what is the Malaysian sound?
People
is it
think
like
it's a
bad
compliment.
thing or a good thing, you know?
people think it's a compliment. No, they say like, oh, I had one guy a long time ago in like 2019 messaged me and was like, when I dropped my Nightmare EP, he was
Okay.
like, bro, I played your EP for my friends. They all fucking loved it. And then at the end only, I told them, this guy is Malaysian, he from JB. And nobody believed me. Bro, you're doing well. And I was like, I don't know if that's a compliment. Like, I feel good that your friends listened to it and they liked it, and you listened to it, you liked it. But it's like, why did
It's
you have
like-
to say like, oh, this is not Malaysian, and that's the compliment? Fuck that.
So if I opened up the conversation like, hey, this is this rapper from JB, this is his new EP. Let's listen to this.
Would
They're
your-
gonna get into it like, oh, it's gonna be trash. They're gonna come with the perspective that it's gonna be trash.
Your opinion immediately will be like, this probably gonna be trash lah, like, and then they gonna probably
Yeah.
be like, okay, it's okay lah, like okay lah,
You know?
whatever, you know.
It's good for a nation lah.
Good for
I
hate it, bro.
it's good for a nation standard lah. Hey, okay lah, Malaysia, okay. Like, come on lah, you don't have to be like. It's like it's super old mentality, you know. Malaysian means bad. Like, hey, everybody got access to things already. Everybody can make whatever the other person is doing. Access already.
Especially,
It's just like,
especially I hate if you are like a K-pop stan and whatever. When Joe Flizzo dropped Chow, right?
Yeah.
featuring J Park was on the song, right?
Yeah, correct.
Just go and look at the comments. There are a few is like, oh fuck, Joe Flizzo made it. Got J Park also on the song. Got, but it's Joe Flizzo, MK, and J Park. But they're like, oh shit, it's so good with J Park, blah blah blah. And there's like people commenting just like, oh my god, I love J Park, blah blah blah, all this kind of shit. And it's like, fuck, you don't understand. The song actually, J Park had 16 bar verse. The entire song was carried by 2 verses by Joe and third verse by MK, and then last the floor game. What are you?
It's almost if like you're this upcoming musician from Korea,
Yeah.
automatically, wow,
Wow.
power.
That it
Because
bothers
he's
me.
from Korea.
That bothers me more because we Asian. Well, all of us Asian. What? If you can look at Rich Brian,
Yeah.
formerly known as Rich Chigga, and be like Joji, all these people,
Yeah.
and put them on a certain level. Fucker, we also from Asia. What? We from the same place, bro. Like.
And for me, right, like whatever Joji and Rich Brian doing, right, in terms of you want to match the quality and sound production and everything, boleh
that,
je.
not that. Actually,
Fuck.
no lah. Not
We
that.
no,
there lah.
we can already.
Oh, you mean us? Yeah. Okay,
We
yeah,
can already, like
Yeah.
we already have everything in access.
100%.
And
100%.
so what is like what do you mean by Malaysian sound? Like
fucking Airlifts, Luna Dira, all these people have reached that level.
they already reached levels already, and it's already macam there is no Malaysian
Yeah.
sound. Everything
Yeah.
everybody can do already.
Even Yuna, bro. Like I say this all the time. When the last Good Vibes that happened, the last Good Vibes that I went to, I think it was 2019 lah. When they announced that Yuna was headlining the second day, the last day, and she was the headline last performer of the last day, people were angry, bro. Oh, kalau nak tengok Yuna, we can just
Yeah, but
Fuck you.
but for your logic, Yuna is international. Good.
and they're like, oh, how come Russ? Because Russ was playing that year, Daniel Caesar was playing that year, whatever, whoever, Ray Shremmer, whatever. They were like, oh, how
Yeah,
come?
yeah.
Why they never put Russ as the? It's like, bro, Russ and Yuna are like are probably friends. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, this person has fuck, just because she's a Malay girl doesn't mean she's not.
Literally because she Malaysian now.
They're angry, bro. They were like,
If she Japan or whatever, right? Wow, okay lah.
They were
Layan lah
like,
today.
they were like, wait, buat apa doh bayar RM400 then tengok Yuna. I'm like, isn't that beautiful that that we have Russ, Ray Schreimer, Daniel Caesar, all these people, and that
Like it's stupid as fuck that you're saying that okay, RM400, why the fuck am I saying Yuna? But Yuna made it to the level that that you have to pay that much to listen to her.
Yeah. And
You know,
RM4
like-
is not for just her, it's for the fucking festival, bro. Like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like she's headlining the show lah, but you're paying that much
And she was so
for the whole
fire.
thing.
Bro, I had to. So that year, it was 2019 lah, I guess. That was the year that I crashed my car, so I couldn't drive up. So me and my girlfriend, we tumbang our friends to night to Good Vibes. But coming back, we booked a bus to come back. But the bus was basically we had to get on board like 30 minutes into Yuna's set. We had to leave already.
Okay.
So, but I watched about 20 minutes of her shit and it was amazing, bro. Like,
Right.
she was singing no background vocals, nothing. She was just singing her ass off. And I was like, what the? I was so mad I had to leave. Like, fuck, I wonder what the end of because she was just starting, artists, start the show, but relax. Towards the end, they usually. I was so mad that I didn't get to see the end of the show, and I'm like, I was so like, why y'all? People were actually mad that she was headlining thing, and I'm like, and that's the thing. It bothers me more. It doesn't. It does bother me that people are like, oh, American artists, whatever. But it bothers me more that people are like, when Joji came on, which was the same year, oh fuck, everybody fucking like whatever. It's like, and then
The Asian je kot.
and then it's like when Sona One comes on, it's like less people just walking around and talking and whatever fuck, and it's like Dog,
taken for granted, man.
he got quality wise objectively. Sonawan has the same quality of music as Joji. Objectively.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
like,
you cannot talk. You cannot argue with me saying that their sound is different. That's bullshit.
who's not?
Everybody already matching it. Sudah matching.
It's not like Kayczar got booked for headlining and then Jay-Z was. That's too far, right? Okay, fine. I understand that.
Yeah, whatever. That's
Fine.
different. Okay?
That's different.
Yeah.
Like, Dr. Dre was open for.
Yeah,
Okay, fine.
No,
like,
no
like, that's different.
I think we are self-aware enough to know those fuckers are different.
That's
different.
different.
Yeah.
That's certain artists.
That's different. Yeah.
If you say like, Kendrick play like the normal stage and then Kayczar was closing, of course, it's like.
I get it. Like, even I'll be mad. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck? Like, but.
Yeah, even the artist will be like, okay, what the fuck?
Sure?
Are you sure? What the
If
fuck?
you ask me, I'll be like, you sure?
Yeah, I as an artist, I want to see Kendrick.
Kendrick is opening for me? Like, what? You talking about, dude?
How the fuck did he accept that?
But if the artists are kind of like, you talking about Russ and Ray Shremmer, Daniel Caesar,
Yeah, the one all
kind of same.
argue,
Joji is all in the same.
Whatever
level.
software they're using, same software we're using.
And just quality of music, if you just listen to music, yeah, they're all kind of in the same round.
And given the time and the budget, we can match easily.
Bro, yeah, that's
Easy.
that's the other thing lah.
Because in terms of talent, semua ada. In our country, got enough talent to produce the level.
Resources
It's just that
very
you
little.
guys. It's just that you guys easily will just say, "Oh, Malaysian song must be crap.
Must be.
Must be crap." Like, why though? Did you listen? Like,
Bro, it's
did
with
you listen
everything.
to it first?
Malaysian movie trash. Malaysian graphic designers trash.
And then
Malaysian fashion trash.
And then you come up to us and say
Malaysian.
like, "Hey, how come like Malaysian movie never like try this and try that?" Because y'all never fucking give it a
You
chance.
never give it a fucking chance. You never watched
Y'all always
it.
shut down the artist whenever he wanna try something new. Shut
Machi,
down
you
those.
think about movie when I was thinking about it yesterday. Bunuhan, bro.
Yeah.
When I think about that movie, right, that's as good as a lot of mid-level Hollywood movies that people in Malaysia love.
These fuckers will love a lot of trash movies.
That's what I'm saying.
Tapi asalkan Hollywood kan.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
Bunuhan, the movies, I was thinking about it specifically, which one lah? I will say Bunuhan lah. Obviously there's more, there's many more, but I would say Bunuhan. Fuck, we're giving us another 10 more minutes.
10 minutes.
Bunuhan to me is better than any mid-level Hollywood movie that y'all love. Y'all love. Have you seen this fucking 365 days fucking show on Netflix?
For sure. No.
It's called 365 days, but this mafia dude like has this girl and it's terrible, bro. Fucking Spana Jaya is better than this show, bro. Like, it's fucking terrible.
Tapi trending.
Tapi trending. People tweeting about it. Wow, this shit. Oh, fuck. Like, bro, come on, dude.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like that whole stigma that Malaysian movie maybe was trash last time. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not saying.
But
not.
can you like stop like assuming that it will never improve? And then masa they improve and y'all will say that you will come up with that with the mentality that it will never improve, must be trash, I'm not gonna watch it. If you don't watch it, the artist dies there. And then you only are gonna get the good artist will die. You
The
only
trash
remain
artist.
the trash.
Yeah.
And then whatever you're saying is gonna remain lah. Memang trash lah, because
memang trash,
you never
because-
supported it.
Correct.
You never uplifted that shit.
Correct. You didn't give a fuck.
You know,
about this
whenever
shit.
you never uplifted the shit, you never allowed anybody who come up with anything new to flourish.
Yeah.
And then you come up to the artist and say like, "Hey, y'all never try this? How come Malaysia never like do good? Like, ada je yang baik, tapi y'all never find it. Y'all never give it a
Yeah.
chance. Y'all never watch it.
Yeah.
Y'all never go to cinemas to watch it. Malaysian movies will get
Fuck
2
yeah, I
weeks
watched
in the
Malaysia.
theaters
I
and
watched
then-
Malaysia. I watched Bunuhan. I watched like a few movies in cinema. It's fucking like 20 people in there, bro. Like,
And then even if it's on OTT pun,
don't watch.
you all don't watch it.
Masuk Netflix also, you all don't watch.
Yeah, it's already on Netflix. Like, You already pay for it, just tekan and watch.
Yeah.
No. I want to watch Extraction with Chris Hemsworth again and again. Like, dude, okay lah. I watched it also lah. Like,
Okay
it's
lah.
it's boleh tahan lah. But
And
there's so much better action movies there out there, even from Hollywood.
No,
But
you see what you said, right? Like that's what I mean. People watch the. Okay, by the way, we're gonna cut off. Come back one more time. I won't take too much more of your time, but we come back one more time and finish this conversation.
Yeah, sure, man.
You said boleh tahan, right? People watch more boleh tahan Hollywood movies than the boleh
Than
tahan
real-
Malaysian movies.
Boleh tahan and real good Malaysian
Good
movies.
yeah.
Real good Malaysian movies are treated as boleh tahan lah.
Boleh tahan.
But then you're like, actually, it's pretty fucking good though. Like,
Terbaik dari langit, bunuhan,
Yeah.
jagat. There's so many. I can.
The movie, the whole kampung, the guys would carry the whole house, you know.
Oh, terbaik dari langit.
No, Terbaik dari Langit is the filmmaker movie.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
This one
I
is
know what you're talking
the Lelaki Harapan Dunia.
Lelaki Harapan Dunia, yes. Amazing.
Yeah. It's like so quirky,
Bro.
so fresh.
Bro, we can go back. Sepet.
Yeah.
Like movies like that. Sepet is not a mid movie, bro. Sepet is good.
Yeah, pretty dense and pretty dramatic.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
talking about different, cultures and shit like that. We
Yeah.
have that. But y'all would rather watch some mid-ass shit on Netflix because it's a white
As
dude
long
there.
got fucking Thor in the movie.
As long as got
hey,
Chris
that's why.
Hemsworth or Ryan Reynolds or I don't know who would fuck. I watched the fucking Ryan Reynolds and The Rock movie. What's it called? Red Notice.
With the Gal Gadot.
Bro, I watched like 15 minutes of it. I stopped. I couldn't watch.
Come on lah. Like we have seen like 1,000 of this kind of movies.
I've
lah.
seen
This-
but
couple
people
of
are like,
guys,
"Oh,
funny guys, you know, like
oh fuck! Oh, this movie is amazing. Fuck, bro, watch one of ours lah, maybe. Watch that fucking short film lah, maybe.
the only thing that Hollywood got on us, right, is budget.
That's all.
It's
just
because
looks
they are Hollywood.
pretty.
They have budget. Yeah, everything looks pretty, bigger cameras and all that shit. Tapi and on this, it's all surface though.
Even
They're
I
on all
watched.
surface level though.
Even I watched Private Sapot the other day. I was telling you, right?
Yeah.
I didn't really. It wasn't a bad movie. It was a mediocre movie. And I was looking at it. I was like, because we study what we study, so I was like, okay, I don't know how y'all shot this, whatever the fuck it is. It's mid. I've watched so many Western movies on Netflix where I'm like, I know how y'all did this. I so know the story. I know what's gonna happen. Bird Box.
It's
Can
so
I tell you
typical.
that I think that Bird Box is terrible?
Yeah.
I think
It
it's
is.
terrible. I think it's I know how I can tell you it's terrible. My girlfriend and I came and said my girlfriend came over. We sat down. She said, "I want to watch Bird Box." I said, "Okay, cool."
All right.
We started watching the movie. I was sitting. This is my old house in the same building, but the green house.
Yeah.
Sitting on the couch there watching that. I fell asleep. She had to wake me up, babe. Oh, what? Oh yeah.
And that movie was like
Trending.
talked about.
Trending
But I heard it's
everywhere.
like just some regular ass thriller, right?
In the first like 20 minutes you get it already. Oh, I get it. They can't look at
No,
people. They have to.
This movie came when what's the movie name? Acham?
The choosing.
Yeah,
Are you talking about
the one you shouldn't make any sound because the alien. Allah, John Krasinski, the Emily Blunt movie.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Not Age of Tomorrow. The other one.
No. Wait.
I know what you're talking about.
It's easy.
Yeah, because
it's
the
easy.
alien-
A Quiet Place. Right?
Quiet Place. Yes.
Okay,
Quiet
so A Quiet Place was a hit.
Hit.
Okay, now let's make something similar
Similar.
to this.
It's
All right, let's
boring,
close
bro.
your
It's
eyes.
fucking boring.
Aduh.
Even
It's formulaic, it's template, bro.
yeah, in the first 20 minutes, okay lah, I get it lah. They can't look and they okay lah, whatever lah.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Oh, this movie hit. Okay, there's one movie Netflix, the same movie. It's the same thing. You can't make the sound, and it's also like that. You shouldn't make any noise, and or not, this alien will come attack
Come
you.
and
Let
attack
me-
you.
And let me try to find that.
I mean, yeah, but my thing is not I'm not really critiquing Hollywood or Netflix. I am in a certain way, but at the same time, I'm more so critiquing our people for like we look at these things and for us it's like
Oh, okay. So the movie that I was talking about is The Silence on Netflix. It's the same thing. When the world is under attack by a swarm of creatures called Vesp, ally teenager who is orally impaired and her family take refuge in a house in a remote place. This is the movie also macam, if you buat macam noise,
you get
alien attack you. It's the same movie.
It's the same fucking.
It's the same movie lah. Quiet Place lah. You're talking about Quiet Place, right? No, it's The Silence. Oh, okay. It's the same movie though.
Okay.
But bad lah. It's worse. It's Netflix. It's straight to Netflix.
That's the thing. When it goes straight to Netflix, people think, this must be good.
If Netflix produced the movie, most likely the movie is pretty average.
It's okay.
Yeah, correct. Whatever, like it's on the platform. You boring. You wanna lepa, whatever. Okay, let it run in the background. You know.
Okay, pause.
Yeah.
It's 20 seconds left on the shit.
All right.
I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna.
All right.
But yeah, you're right, bro. Like, Netflix means. That's what people here think, right? Oh, Netflix means must be something. And I want to point out here that like a lot of times when shit gets trending off Netflix and becomes super, super big, I will use Squid Game as an example. Squid Game is not an amazing show, dude.
It's not an amazing show.
It's not. It's just the power of the marketing that Netflix has and the way they work things, it became big. That's all it is. But people here will look at it and be like, that's great.
Squid Game for me was entertaining.
Yeah, it was fine. It was not bad. It was okay.
It was fun to watch these characters, Mati, and how these people come through it, but it's predictable.
In the second episode already, I was like, oh, okay, cool. I know what's
obviously the hero's not gonna die.
He's not gonna die. Everybody else gonna live. Whatever challenge he faces, he's still gonna be able to do it. Like everybody else might die. Or there's gonna be confirmed got one traitor in the thing. Like it's gonna happen.
And for some people, they already know who that the old guy was. Yeah. They know he is the mastermind.
Yeah.
People can guess that also, you know.
I kind of guessed it towards the when the old man left. I was like, this guy weird, like
because he's the first guy in the list. 001 or something like that.
I watched it with my girlfriend. She watched it before me, so I didn't watch it yet. She was like, you gotta watch this. So I was like, okay, fine, I watched it. And then after a while, I was like, that old guy is kind of weird. She was like, no, he's just. I'm like, it's a little bit weird. Like, I feel like this guy got something wrong. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. That's the thing. Like, it's good.
It's okay.
It's not like super.
It's not worthy of the entire population to be like Squid Game.
That is marketing.
Yeah, that's Netflix does well.
Everybody talking about it at the same time.
Correct.
Marketing. Yeah.
That's what Netflix does so fucking well.
Yeah, they are good at that. Remember that movie Bright? That Will Smith movie?
Fucking terrible movie.
Bro. It was a terrible movie. My mom wanted to watch it. Like, hey, put that movie. I saw it on the train. I saw it on the train. My mother used to travel to work. Like I saw it on the billboards. Can you put it on Netflix?
Yeah.
That only I saw watch. Because I wasn't interested at all. I was like, whatever.
I saw the trailer. I'm like,
yeah, it did hook me, and I know who's making the movie. I know who wrote it. I know these people because we all film people. So I was like, I'll watch it now whenever I feel like watching it. But my mom was like, hey, no, I want to watch it. They're like promoting this heavily and all that. Yeah, like let's put it like okay, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's. I think the crossover with music and movies with this thing is the same thing. It's a lot of times the things that get marketed the most get looked at as the best thing.
Yeah.
Which is the biggest problem. Like, this thing gets marketed the most, so this is the best thing. No, it's not. You know? There are things on Netflix randomly that I watch sometimes. I'm like, oh, fuck. How come I never seen this before?
You know?
Fuck. Hey, this shit, power. Like, this shit never got marketed the way the other shit got marketed. But I'm like, oh, this movie actually damn nice, though. Like
the movie that's being marketed, right? Or whatever series. is the most easily digestible.
Correct. Correct.
That's why
Correct.
everybody can watch it.
And to bring it back to a conversation about local and stuff like that is, again, we are capable of making whatever is the most digestible thing you see on Netflix.
100%.
We can make that, and we can make better stuff than that. Also, we have Malaysians have made better stuff than those things. We already have, but we are still looked at as this is Malaysia.
Malaysia.
This is probably gonna be trash.
Yeah, lah, Malaysia lah, but you are comparing with a standard that is so old, as if none of these artists improved, none of these artists got taste, none of these artists got access to the softwares and the hardwares that international people, hey, my friend is also using the same mic, you are using the same mic, whatever the artist is using pun, sama je. Same software. He's using Ableton, he's using FL, he's also using FL, he's also using Ableton. The biggest songs you hear on rap music or whatever, you ask the producer on the Genius breakdown, oh, I did this bit on FL.
FL, yeah.
Same lah, my friend also use FL. So like everything already equal already.
When I look at the rap caviar playlist on Spotify, I can tell you, not arrogant. I'm not being arrogant. 90% of those beats I can remake in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, and you even people like you and all that, like, okay, you hear like, oh, this one all probably splice or whatever. Everybody got access already. Use splice. This also can use splice. So like same sample, how you chopped it, how you arrange it, that's your genius, that's your creativity.
Yeah.
So what is this complaint about? I don't understand already. It's everything equal already, but you all refuse to accept that reality. And then like, keep bugging the artist like, hey, this is Malaysia standard. How is it not like Hollywood standard? Or how is it not European standard? That's bullshit.
No, and even when they want to be complimentary, they try to equate you to an artist in the States. They're like, oh, you kind of like J. Cole, or you kind of like, your voice kind of like Schoolboy, you kind of like this, you kind of like that.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm not even like thinking about that when I make it. You just
when you do that, when you do that, right, it's not much complimenting the artist, it's actually much demotivating him.
Yeah, it's like, fuck.
In a way, it's like now like, oh, okay.
It sounds like that. Now I gotta change lah. Like,
all right, something that I was working on and was comfortable in. Oh, and now I gotta change it.
And then the worst part, especially with rap music in the rap industry in Malaysia, is when you do make something different, nobody gives a fuck. Because because it doesn't sound like that.
Correct.
So what do you fucking want? You want me to sound like them? Then you say I sound like them. Then
you're like, oh, you're trying to
them,
sound like him. Oh, it's like Scuba Q punya lagu, it's like J. Cole punya lagu. Like,
then when I don't sound like them, you're like,
why is it back? Why is it not like, oh, it's not as quality as those guys? You know, it's still nation track.
Fuck, we can do stuff over here that's different.
How am I supposed to make a track? I am Malaysian, obviously going to be Malaysian lah.
Yeah,
you want me to go different countries? Like, I am Malaysian, it's Malaysian track lah.
We can make shit, and I will argue that Malaysia, Thailand, the Philippines, Japan, and all their places, right? Actually, we all make music that's super distinct. We have Malaysian hip hop.
But
we have like too fat or whatever, even like Yogi B and all that shit, right? That shit is singular, there's nothing else that's gonna sound like that.
Correct.
That's that. We have that ability, but we've gotten to a point now that, like, especially I'm just talking about rap music, like hip hop, I guess, but we've gotten to a point where it's like, oh, everybody kind of listens to hip hop. So now they expect a certain sound. Okay, if you don't do this trap sound, then you're not in trend and you doing something wrong. But if you do this trap sound and you do the triplet flow, now you sound like Migos. Now you sound like Travis Scott. Now you sound like this. And you compare us. So what the fuck do you want? We have a unique sound. We do. We honestly do. Like, what Joe Flizzo does, regardless of my criticism of him, is singular. That's his style of music. Don't have that. You can search lah. Don't have the same type style of music. The way he raps, the beats he chooses. Don't have. Listen to the Havoc album. Listen to my prime example is always Kong Si from the Havoc album. If you listen to that song, what you gonna compare it to? Don't have. Only a Malaysian artist could make that, but we don't uphold that.
Yeah.
We don't think that, oh yes, only Malaysian artists can make this. No, that's weird. That doesn't sound like whatever we are used to. It's not international levels or whatever. Because at the end of the day, you gotta think, the American artists, the UK artists, their primary supporters are Americans and British people.
Correct.
I mean, yes, of course, all over the world we love it, but the primary people who support them are their own people. This is American
100%.
music.
100%.
This is UK
That's the sense of ownership.
This is UK drill. This
Here,
is UK.
here tak ada.
This is grime, huh? This is our shit, bro. Grime
Yeah.
is our fucking shit, right? In the UK,
Yeah.
right? It's our
Yeah.
shit. Here don't have, bro. Here nobody's like, I mean, I'm not saying nobody, but most people are not like, yeah, this is Malaysian rap, man. We're gonna go behind this and we're gonna support this. This is Malaysian Tamil rap. Tamil rap, I mean, yes, I know the whole theory about the fact that Prabhu Deva was actually the first Tamil rapper. I don't know if you know about this. So there's a movie. My friend showed it to me a long time ago. I can't remember what movie. If I find it, I'll
Okay.
But there's a movie from the 90s where Prabhu Deva is rapping in a song in the movie lah, and people often even like Yogi B and all will say like that was the first instance of Tamil rap.
Right.
First time that somebody rhymed words in that way, in a rap way, was that.
Is it like pedal rap or anything?
No, I can't remember.
Was it pedal rap?
Petta rap, yeah.
Yeah, pedal rap. Suresh Peters lah. Suresh Peters is a singer lah.
Yeah. That was the first instance. But if you fine, that was the first instance, and of course in Tamil movies you always see the mildly rap type thing, right? But obviously,
Correct.
But usually the instrumentals and stuff are not.
Not
rap
that.
based.
Not rap lah.
Not rap. So to be very honest, when Yogi B said Tamil rap Mudalvan is us, Tamil rap ministry is us, it's actually true. The real first Tamil rap came from here. That's why they got shipped to India to do movies with Dhanush and do all that shit, right? Because we were the first to actually do Tamil rap.
We could have easily been the capital.
Yeah.
Could have. It's India now, but Malaysian could have been the Tamil rap capital in the world.
It should be, because we are the first to do Tamil rapping on beats with like mixing with tablas and that kind of shit, but the beat is still rap, hip hop.
That fusion really happened, you know?
Yeah, that fusion happened here. But
correct.
Again, our people are not proud enough of us to care or to say those kind of things lah. Like for us, it's just like whatever lah.
No, there's a constant comparison.
Yeah.
It has to sound like India.
Don't sound like that. Don't sound like that.
Doesn't have to though. Like this is here.
Yeah, it's tough, bro. It's the toughest people to win over our own people, and that's sad as fuck. It should be the easiest. When we make Malaysian movies, the first people to go to the cinema should be us. Not we have to go and win Cannes and we gotta win this and we gotta win that. Then award-winning Malaysian film, then everybody care. Like
that's the thing. If you want to release a movie here, say you make a Malaysian movie, and then you ask for a release date, you can't choose a release date. Finas has to offer you.
Finas has to offer you, yes.
And they'll release when, you know?
When
Ajit or Vijay movie comes in.
Yeah.
They put you there.
Yeah, okay. When the fucking
fuckingly, you're not gonna get any
Avengers
views.
movie come out, okay, you put here.
Doctor Strange, okay, now you go.
Go here. Yeah.
Obviously, nobody's gonna come and watch the movie. Everybody's gonna watch Doctor Strange. Even I was gonna go watch Doctor Strange. No,
8 times or 9 times?
8 times, bro. That's the sweet spot. 9 is a little too much, I think. No, the thing is, like, one, even the radio station, you have slots, right, for Malaysian songs. You have Malaysian radio, right? How about you have slots for India songs? You play only Malaysian songs, only that slot you play the India songs. So their songs is being played there already. And if I want put, I can search online. Radio, you play the local tracks. Theaters, you play the local movies.
If you say you are a local radio station,
You play local tracks.
Local tracks.
There's a lot. And you can repeat the tracks because you repeat other
You repeat Ed
popular
Sheeran 10
tracks,
times
right?
a day.
You repeat popular tracks, right? Repeat the Malaysian tracks. Why not?
That's the
Okay,
fucking. That's the
If
fundamental.
people want different songs, got online, got Spotify, got Apple Music, they
Yeah,
can search.
man.
Got
If you
YouTube,
think
easy.
about like, I often think about Alley Cats, bro. And I think Alley Cats did something that was like, it kind of broke the system a little bit. Here are two Indian fellas
Yep.
who make Malay music. And at the time, it was just, okay, there's his Malay radio stations, they play Malay music. There's Tamil stations, they play Tamil music. They broke it in a sense where the Malay stations were playing their music, the Tamil stations were playing their music. Because they were doing that shit. And it was universal. The fundamental problem is our radio stations are not local radio stations. I mean, I'm sure you also know, I follow hip hop for a long time. You have your Hot 97, your 106, your Power, whatever fuck it is. They play their own shit. Bro, in LA, where Hot 97 is in New York, they play New York music predominantly. They will play some.
Because if you all don't play,
Who the fuck
How
gonna
to-
play?
who the fuck gonna play? Like, who's gonna uplift these people, though?
Like, think about it, in the States, the fact that the New York stations predominantly play, it's state, it's not even country, It's like, it's almost like if I started a station in JB and you started a station in KL, and you only play KL music, you play some JB music. I play only JB music, you play some KL music. That's what they're doing over there, The LA stations play LA artists.
Yeah, the thing, like, okay, like, say you set up like a radio station in New York, and you don't play New York tracks. You're playing all these other tracks. Wow, you damn fucking brave, huh?
The people in New York will be like,
Yeah, you
I'm just
what,
gonna
you
listen to the
damn,
other
like-
one that plays the
Yeah,
New York shit.
you damn cheap bag, You wanna
Yeah.
set a radio station here,
Yeah.
tapi you ignore everybody who's doing music here.
Yeah,
You wanna pick other songs from the
from
different
somebody
people,
else.
You wanna play.
How disrespectful are you?
That's disrespectful, if
That's
you
just
ask me.
fucking disrespectful. But over
Yeah.
here, it's we're gonna play everybody else's music. You gotta earn your way somehow through marketing and doing all this stuff to manage to
Yeah,
end up.
it's so weird because you are a radio station. You need songs.
You're a Malaysian radio station.
Yeah,
If
need
you say your
songs
hits,
yeah,
if you say your hits FM, Malaysians top hits. That's their fucking tagline. Malaysia's top hits. Punde, play Malaysia's top hits lah then. Don't play fucking
Yeah.
America's top hits. Fuck them.
and whatever American songs you play, they for them damn old already. You still
Yeah.
playing. You receive lambat the song,
Yeah, the trend
and
reached
now you
damn
play.
late here.
Padahal on YouTube, all more like
Fucking
the artists already released newer
at
tracks.
the clubs and shit, we've been playing this song
Yeah.
for like 2 years. Now only you wanna play
Yeah,
this.
now only you trending on your radio. Bapa lambat sial korang.
Fucking nonsense, bro. Like, that's the problem, bro. Like, it's a fundamental problem, and because it's the people at these places, the TV stations, the radio stations, the finas, the whoever the fuck. It's a fundamental problem of
Yeah.
fuck. Do you really care? No. Do you really fucking the Grammy committee? You can say whatever you want about them, and they are picking of artists, whatever the fuck it is. But the Grammy committee cares about American music. I'll give them that. Whether
Because
they pick,
because fundamentally that's what is important.
that's what is important. Our music is fucking important. We're gonna talk about this shit. But it's fucking. It's an event, whenever a Malaysian artist goes on hits or fly or whatever, it's an event. It's like, oh shit.
Wow, they made it.
101.
Padahal it's like,
When I went on the Met 10, it's like, oh fuck, I went on the Met 10. But I went on the Met 10 and I thought about it like, fuck? It's a Sunday at 4 p.m. Nobody fucking listening to the radio right now, bro. Like, I'm just talking to nobody right now,
But
other than my
betul,
parents and my friends. Like, you know.
Yeah, because you're like, yo, I'll be here and all that. They're tuning in
Yeah.
specifically for that. They
Yeah, I'm
don't.
telling my friends,
It's
my
not.
family, like, oh, guys, like, yo, like,
It's not part of the routine.
yeah.
You're not giving them the slots where people are primarily listening to this.
The way it should be is there should be a Sunday where it should be international English top 10, and the rest of the week is our music. That's
Fine.
the way it fucking should be.
Fine. You see, you shamelessly play all kinds of Hollywood tracks, same, repeat, old tracks, everything you play.
Talk about
Same
gossip
lah.
that we don't give a fuck about. Talk about the
Monday-
fucking Met Gala outfits we don't give a fuck about. All that shit y'all talk about lah.
All that shit you're talking about, not even involving nothing to do with our local
Nobody
stuff.
gives a fuck about this.
It's not a local event. You could have easily covered a local event.
when
could have easily covered local songs.
Yes, when AJL happens, when AIM happens, we don't get coverage like this. Oh, what did Siti Nurhaliza wear on the red carpet? Don't have. Don't
Nothing.
have.
It's not like a super important thing, but if you start talking like that, it creates a culture.
Correct. That's what America
Yeah.
did so well, right? Like, yo, this is our shit.
If
This is what we
Americans
can.
are so into themselves, like they're so supportive of their shit, they almost macam forget there's other people
Other
around.
shit, yeah. I mean, that's a whole different other problem, lah. But fuck,
Yeah, but
at least they care.
But they care about their shit
least
so
they care.
deeply.
Yes, this
they
is our
almost macam like, oh,
There's
another thing
nothing
don't
else.
even exist.
There's
Our
nothing
shit,
else.
kalau Travis punya shit is the best here,
Yeah.
is the best in the
It's
world.
the best in the world. Yes,
That's how they believe.
correct.
Almost macam it's sipping into us.
Yeah,
Like, oh, Travis punya lagu baru keluar. Look at the views, he's getting million. Like,
you go to
okay,
the
I guess
club. You go to the club. You're gonna hear the song.
yeah, you'll be like, oh, this is his new album punya sound. So I guess this is the new sound lah for the
sound,
next.
I mean,
for
of
the next
course.
few months
I mean,
of this year, this is the sound lah.
no, I mean, of
you
course,
know?
culturally. I mean, of course, the culture comes from them.
Obviously, yeah.
You know,
it's
but-
part of that also lah, yeah.
Yeah, the culture comes from them. So yes, of course, we're gonna look to them to whatever. But I'm
Seeing what is the new lah. They're setting the
yeah, of course.
the new points, right? Yeah.
Whoever starts the thing will set the tone. That's
Correct.
gonna happen. But
Correct.
but we have our own version of things.
Facts. Yeah.
Japan has their own version of things. Korea has their own version. Everybody has their own version of things.
Correct.
Roshan Jamrock recently posted a video and he said the same thing lah. He looked at Spotify and he was looking at Spotify top 100 songs. There's this every country has a top 100 playlist. And he was talking about how Philippines, Vietnam, Thailand, Japan, Korea, all these countries in their top 100, in their Spotify top 100 songs of the thing, 80 to 90% is their own shit. Our shit is 80 to 90% American shit. And then you got K-Click, Joe Flizzo, Sona One, Siti Nurhaliza, like the big, super big artists.
Yeah.
That's all you got. Why the fuck do we hate ourselves so much? Is the question. It's self-hate. It's honestly self-hate, and it's like,
Self degradation.
yeah, because you feel like if
We are not as good as them lah. They confirm better than us.
If I'm
Who
an
the
Indian-
fuck says that though?
if I'm an Indian guy and I feel like shit about myself, how can Jiggy Gang be a good artist? Cannot what? I feel like shit.
Cannot.
I feel like
Correct.
shit, right? So how
Yeah.
can another Indian guy be
Yeah.
making good music? Cannot
They
what? Like,
they must be as they must
Shit,
be like me lah.
They
Not
must
as
be
good
like
lah.
me.
Yeah.
I don't like myself. So there's
Correct.
no way that I'm gonna like another guy that looks like me.
Correct.
Doing
must
something
be lah.
great.
Must be the same thing lah. It'll be like that
Yeah,
mentality,
nonsense
no?
lah.
Like,
It's all nonsense lah. Like whatever
Yeah.
the fuck it is. Like
Yeah.
I even look back at like Lokal and stuff like that, and I listen to the music, man. It's so different. It's so distinct, and it's so different.
you cannot find anywhere else.
you cannot find anywhere else that kind of
Their-
shit, bro.
Their lingo, their punya.
What is that song where they're like this girl from Ipoh and I'm gonna talk to her. Oh, fuck. Is it Lokal? There's a song where they talk about like it's almost like Ponda Pakra, like kind of shit lah. Like
Right,
I
right,
went to
right, right.
Ipoh, then she's a teacher, and then like I was listening to the song the other day, and I was like, where else, bro? Where else?
Yeah lah, that's the thing. They're talking about their life and the
Yeah.
beat choices, the way they sing and the way they rap or whatever. It's so different. Tapi korang just push it away saying that, yeah, it's not good enough.
Because
Padahal that's the sound, that's the thing.
Ponda Pakra Pore. That's the song's name.
Right.
Ponda Pakra Pore. Let me just play a little bit on the mic. Skip the ad, like you fuck. Like I know I heard.
This is the song lah. Yeah, it's not, yeah, I know.
You know this song, right? Like
Yeah.
I heard this when I was a kid, and I just remembered it
Same.
the other day, and I
Now that
searched
you're
it.
playing it, I'm like, oh yeah, this song, I know.
You
this
heard
song,
it
you know?
when I heard it when I was a kid. That I was like, I suddenly remembered it like a couple weeks ago, and I searched it and I found it. And I was like, "There's no where are you gonna find this, bro?" Like,
You probably lah. This is like a challenge lah. You sit and listen to Kayczar for a week. Not once this song will pop up.
yeah.
You know, this song or anything from this album or whatever lah.
Or
Challenge.
even anything from like Vallabhan album, or anything
Yeah.
from Chakra Sonic album, or
Mostly you'll listen to, no disrespect, A.R. Rahman songs.
yeah. I mean, great music.
It's
We love those
Great music, but I can find the music online.
Yeah.
This
That's the
song,
thing.
if Kavi doesn't show me now, probably will be forgotten
You
forever.
forgot about it already, right? You forgot about. I also forgot about it. I just suddenly remembered it. I was like, I searched it and I found
You
it.
know?
It's not in my face. Like
Yeah.
when this song, if you listen to it, it's so fucking like specific, distinct, and local, and like nobody else could make this except us.
Yeah. It's already done. It's out there.
Fuck.
But it's so hard to find it, and local radio pun buat bodoh je.
Yeah.
Padahal they should be the one like playing these things, you know? It should be in the library, you know?
Bro, you know how many, like, if you think about radio in America, right? If you think about, like, if I'm trying to play devil's advocate here, lah. If the radio stations in Malaysia's problem is our music is not as per quality as whatever, think about the music that the American stations play. They do not just play like the best music also, no. Like they're not playing track 7 off of Kendrick's album. They're playing Alright. They're playing the big song.
Yeah.
They're not
the hits.
playing that shit. They're not playing like Mick Jenkins' song from Isaiah. They're not playing that also. But
Correct.
at least they're trying to play some shit that's like, oh, most of it is from here. We're gonna play this shit. If you want to
homegrown.
yeah, I mean,
It's homegrown.
fuck. As long as it is listenable, good, and okay, and a lot that you want to talk about formula. So a lot of Malaysian music is formulaic. What? It's just
Right.
your radio formula. It's not many Malaysian musicians who make some weird music that you can't play on the radio. Don't have what? God,
No,
lah,
you
but
play you play these local tracks
Yeah.
consistently. People will get into that mood of, you know,
is there more?
They have-
Is there something else?
is, and people will start to criticism lah, whatever, positive, negative criticism.
Fine. It's fine.
The art form will only improve. from
Grow.
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It will
If you
only
don't
grow.
play it, people are not exposed
They
to the
don't
new
even
tracks.
know.
They don't get exposed to new tracks. Now their memory is that old Malaysia songs that
Yeah.
were bad. Must be that lah.
Yeah.
Anything new comes up, the memory is must be bad as 20 years back, 30 years back.
Yeah.
Padahal dah ada banyak kot yang came that
Which by the way, I feel like I don't know what happened, because when I think about P. Ramlee, Sudirman that time, right? there was a real, even Siti Nurhaliza when she was first coming up, all that. Anita Sarawak.
There was some real musical thing, you know.
And Malaysia, like my parents, I'm sure your parents also, like, they love that shit, no? Like, my father, when I was a kid, like, we used to watch P. Ramlee movies on TV2 all the time, and my parents be like, yo, this is like good movies, like whatever, Doremi, all that shit, and it was good. I felt like we went through a period where we were proud, and then it just kind of slowly just went away. As more of the Western influence came in, it's kind of, oh, okay, that's the thing, and it went away. When you think about P. Ramlee and stuff like that, so Dirman and Siti Nurhaliza performed at Abbey Hall, the same place where Beatles performed. Like, we been done this shit, bro. Like,
Malaysia got this submissive mentality. How you know? They won't listen to your song. Say I'm a white guy, right? I listen and react to your song, right?
oh, must be great.
Comment. Oh, white guy like my local song lah.
This song,
then made it lah.
Yeah,
this must be good lah. White guy like means lion die.
Yeah.
What the fuck? It's the same song. you listen or the white guy react. Hey, a lot, you know, like where like this foreign people, they'll just react to our local stuff.
Yeah.
They'll like it.
Then everybody else will be like it. I mean, same thing as Yuna.
This guy react already like, yeah.
Same thing as Yuna. She left, became big. Oh, she worked with Pharrell, she worked with Usher. Oh, she must be something like.
Yeah.
Stupid mentality. Okay, we got another 10 more minutes left. I don't want to.
Yeah, cool.
Again.
Cool.
I don't want to waste too much of your time. But I think we had an important conversation lah. Like, take things as it is, no matter who it comes from,
and quit the whole macam Malaysian track, it's a Malaysian movie. Yeah lah, Malaysian movie because it's made here. Malaysian songs because it's made here. That's it.
No, that's what I mean. That's what I mean by take things as it is. Take things. If it's a song, it's a song.
It's a song, and
if it's good or bad, then we can debate.
You good or bad, you decide by listening to it first. You don't go into the song thinking like Malaysian song must be bad. That's
Malaysian movie must be bad. Or then when the Malaysian movie is good, oh my god, it's good. No, like, don't do that.
Or some other guy has to come and tell you, and some foreigner must come.
Some fucker must be like, oh, that guy is good. Then you're like, oh yeah.
And that fucker good. Doesn't have to be credible at all.
At all. It's just random.
He's just some random YouTuber, you know. Random YouTuber. You'd be like, oh, this shit slaps. This shit's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay lah.
I mean,
guy like our shit lah.
My Namlas Buddies episode, one black guy reacted to it. Also, in the comments you can see.
That's the thing, like.
Proud that a Malaysian rapper is being praised by whatever. I'm like,
yeah, what is so proud about that though? Like,
I'm proud that I did my Namlas Buddies in front of Joe and I walked away and Joe said to me, good job. I'm proud of that. A Malaysian guy told me, you did a good job, and I was like, I'm proud.
Yeah, and it's coming from like a credible kind of thing. Like, okay, this guy is
an
like,
OG.
This guy's an OG legend, and he
said, good
appreciating
job.
my work.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I guess I'm doing something right lah.
In fact, I would probably, if some random white guy was like, yo, you're a good rapper, I'm like, okay, thanks.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Yeah, like, it's almost much. I don't know why I must say thanks. I'm glad you liked it lah. Like, you know, like.
And the thing is, like, as a rapper in the Malaysian industry, the most validation I feel is when the Malaysian OGs that I respect give me my flowers. When MC Sai say, yo, fire, I take that. When Dan Shiv, when Jin Hackman, when Joe and Saf, all these guys.
Yeah, because.
Gives me more, oh yeah, you guys fuck with me. If some random white YouTuber was like, Kayczar song is dope, I'll be like, okay lah, thanks.
Yeah,
doesn't
okay.
matter lah.
Glad you like it.
Cool.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Okay. I think we had a.
You say thanks because, like to Flizzo or whatever, you say thanks because they
paved the way.
Almost like they owed it on a level that they don't have to come down and like,
also,
tell you like.
And also for us,
you did a good job there,
and
so
also
we're like
for us,
grateful for that.
and also for us, they paved the way. They paved the way for us
Correct.
to be able to
They
do
are
this
like
thing.
you're like the reason I'm kind of doing this. So
Yeah,
like thanks.
yeah.
Like
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like the guy who's been doing this in my country for 20 years and been very successful is saying that I'm okay, I'm good.
Almost like he's saying that you can be successful doing
Yeah,
this. So
come
like
on, Leo, you can do this, man. You're good.
That's an
Like,
inspiration,
yeah, when I talk to Sai, and he's like, fucker, you gotta, bro, you gotta put yourself out there, bro. You this and that, whatever. Talk to Balan or whoever. I'm like, I feel nice because I'm like, these guys did their own way and they're making it, and they are just looking back at the other people coming behind them, and they're like, yo, you got it, bro. Like, let's go, come. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need some random dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, before we get cut off again, I think we had a important conversation today. That's all I wanted to have conversation today because I was thinking about it for the past couple of days, having conversation about it for the past week. Support local, bro. Simple. Support your friends.
Support local. Don't discriminate local. You can love and hate it.
Yes.
But give it a chance.
Give it a chance.
Don't go into the project thinking that it's gonna be bad just because it's made in Malaysia. That's so dumb.
And saying that it is good for a Malaysian is not.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
It's not a compliment.
Yeah, that's not a compliment. I don't understand how you judge it like for a Malaysian. Like, so what is the standard? Can you describe me a Malaysian song?
Yeah. What do you think?
You can't describe it. It's
It's
song. It's art form, though.
It's not a compliment. It's not. It doesn't make us feel good. It doesn't make me go like, yes, okay, I did good. No, like, tell me it's a good song. Just a good song. You like my song? Just say, Manchi, this is a good song. Enough. And full stop there. Don't need to be good for Malaysian lah.
It's good for Malaysian. It's good for a Malaysian standard lah. It's like the most
Malaysian
disgraceful.
Or even
it's the most distasteful comment lah.
Or even this doesn't sound Malaysian. This sound international. I don't want to hear that. I sound Malaysian. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, I want it to sound Malaysian. I want people to know that this is from Malaysia.
My fucking producer tag is 81111 bitch. That's my fucking producer tag.
Yeah, I don't want people to think that this is I want people to know this is coming from Malaysia.
Yeah, this is literally the fucking postcode of my house in JB. Like, okay, so it's I don't do that for no reason. I do that for you to know. I say Southside, JB, all this shit for a fucking reason. I want you to know where the fuck I'm from, and we make this shit. Don't be dumb. Don't be judgmental over our shit. It's weird.
Yeah.
Okay, let's end this here. Also, by the way, I'm looking at the clock. We got 3 minutes, so maybe I can ask you this.
Yeah, you got 3 minutes.
You submitted a short film for a competition the other day.
Yeah.
How did it go?
I think no. The result is only June, I think. So it's still time, lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I honestly really enjoyed it. I think who did the music? Was it like
Nero.
Nero did, bro.
Yeah, Nero. No, the thing is like the director, like he wanted it to be like chaotic,
frantic,
sort of thing in certain sequences, lah. But what ended up happening was the whole thing turned into like a musical. Because if we have it like in between, right, we thought like it won't work. It's better to start off. Let it be like this whole musical segment, or imagine it like a musical segment from a bigger movie.
Correct. Yes, that's what I got.
So we wanted to try it, something fucked up and different.
I liked it a lot, man. Okay, go. Gas Station Podcast, episode whatever the fuck it is. I can't remember. I'm your host, Kayczar. Check my music on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your music. I'm here with my boy, Sashi. You can check him on IG at Kafka_Purp. Obviously, check out Jingy Gang's music if you can on Spotify, YouTube, wherever you want to find it. Mirul is not here. Selamat Hari Raya, Mirul. And thank you for inviting us to your house. We had good food. I'm still thinking about that fucking brown chicken. I'm still thinking about it. It was
the best dish out of
I was telling my girlfriend.
for me.
I was like, I never The thing is, I never tasted anything like that.
Yeah, it works on so many levels for me.
Yeah, it
Like,
was different.
It was really
bro.
good.
It was different.
Yeah.
So check out Miro at Nobu on Twitch. He did stream last week a couple times. Hopefully he streams a couple times this week. Yeah, Gas Station Podcast episode whatever. We signing the fuck out. Peace.